Hi guys, Prisha here. Welcome to my channel. I have an hourglass flip card for you today. So this is obviously not an hourglass, but it is one I made for practice and it's the same concept. And this is the one I'll be making on camera. And you can see the rhinestones falling as well. I have been developing this card for quite some time and I finally managed to get all the measurements and everything correct. And I had so much fun making this card. Just some little bits and pieces to bear in mind when you are creating this. You need a heavy cardstock, otherwise this will get flimsy because you will have some weight onto this. So having a heavier cardstock is able to support the weight of this, and it makes the opening quite firm as well. So mine is 350 GSM, my card blank. Also, you don't have to have an hourglass here. You can have absolutely anything. But if you do want an hourglass, then I will have the measurements for this on my Facebook page, Facebook post. And the link to it would be in the description box. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get started. First you will need a piece of 10 by 7 and we're going to score at 5 inches. And on this piece we will be cutting a middle section off over here, but we'll walk through that once we've seen all the materials that we need. Then you need a piece of 6 by 3 3/4 and we're going to score at 1/2 inches. And then you need a mat of 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and again on this mat and on that last piece that we just saw, we will be cutting the middle section off there as well. And then you need 2 mats of 3 by 4 3/4. And then you need a layer to go on top at the front of the card of 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then you need 2 layers of 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. So one of them is a designer piece and the other is a message card. And then you need 2 pieces of acetate and the borders for whatever you're going to put in that little hollow section that's going to flip. And then for the rest of those borders, I've got just strips of paper, strips of glitter cardstock that I'm just going to stick in sections. And so this you can just do according to however much you like. But if you were to follow me, I have got a piece of 3 3/4 by just under 4 1/2, and I've cut out that little section there so that it can go onto the card as a border for the hollow. And then I've got 3 strips of 3/8 by 2 3/4, and I may need to snip this as I'm putting it in, as I'm pasting it. Okay, let's get started with our card blank. So to do this, you're going to have to cut some borders. Cut a hollow section here, and you're going to come down 1/2 inch and then go across to 3 3/4. So around about there, 3 3/4, and then go up until 6 1/2. So about there. Then you come down and go down to 4.5, and again go all the way across to 3.75, should about there, and 6.5. And we'll just leave it at that and work on the other piece. So for this one, you are going to go across 1/2 inches, come down 1/2 inches, and make a mark, and then go across to 3.25 and make a mark there, and then come down, and then on the score line you are just going to mark once at 1/2 inch and then at 3.25. And now we will connect all those dots by drawing a line on each of them, to each of them. So you've got that piece, and just connect the 4 dots like that. And you're going to do exactly what you did on this on your other piece. Alright, so once you have done your lines, then we are ready to cut it. So get your cutting knife. So this one, your main card blank, you will be cutting both sides once together. So once you've done that piece, we are ready to do this one, but there's still a little bit of scoring left to do on this. So we need our scoreboard back, and along the longer side, you are going to score at 2.5 inches, but just up until the line that you've drawn. And then you're going to score at 3 inches, but again, just until the line that you've drawn. And then you're going to do it on this side as well. So I'm just going to flip it. There's no line shown on this, but I know it's only up until 1/2 inches, so I'm just going to estimate at 2.5 inches there and 3 inches, and then I'm going to flip it and make sure that it's scored right, and it has been scored right. Okay, now we get rid of the scoreboard, and you need your pencil again, and this time make a line and connect the 2 score lines, or the 4 score lines. So these 2 and then these 2, like that. And now you want to get your cutting knife again, and we're going to cut it from here just up until the score line, and then go onto the next score line, cut from there until the end, and repeat the process on this side. And then we're going to cut this as well. So let me demonstrate. Alright, once you've cut it off, now you're ready to fold it. So when you are folding it, the bottom, so the 1/2 inch that you've scored will be at the top, and the first score line after that will be a mountain fold. So that way, and then the second one will be a valley. So you're going to have something that looks like this. And now that you have got that, then you can get your stencil for whatever it is that you will be putting inside. So just put it there and see how far can you place it before it starts overlapping onto this. So we want it to be turning without stopping anywhere. So it looks like if I put it around about there. So then we will place our stencil at that position and with a pencil just outline it. So this will actually be covered in your borders anyway, and it will be inside your little shaker. So even if you get it uneven or just untidy or what have you, you will still be okay, as long as your borders are tidy. And now we'll just sort of make a mark on this side. Now you're ready to cut around it. So get your cutting knife and cut it. So ensure that you are not cutting it beyond this mark. So you need to have something that connects your flipper to the rest of the piece. Alright, once that's done, we're just going to keep this aside for a little bit and bring back our main card blank and the mat that's going to go at the front. So you can just put it inside the card, just placing it where you will be placing at the front, getting all the borders even, etc. And then just hold it in place and flip it, and then get your pencil and just make some lines as a guideline to where your hollow will be, where the rectangular hole is going to be. And then get a ruler and just draw a line for your border, and now you can cut that off. There you go. Okay, now we'll just put together our card blank. So get your glue and apply glue to that 1/2 inch section. Then you just want to put it flip it and just paste it there, top, and leave it for it to dry. Okay, once dry, then you are ready to put your other side as well. So flip it, close it, close the inside like how you will be closing, and then flip it and put your glue in the bottom section. And then close the card. You may have it slightly off. So for example, I've got this bottom bit sticking out, so I'm just gonna trim that. So ensure that it's dry completely, otherwise it will start to rip. So while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm just gonna work on the rest of the pieces. So onto one side, just paste one of your borders. Okay, once you've pasted your one side, flip it, and on the other side, first paste your acetate. So I need some double-sided tape for that. And now you can put acetate on your other piece as well. Alright, now once you've done that, hopefully it's all dried up. Oh, there we go. It's all dried. And it's working perfectly fine. Now all we need to do is do our shaker. So we've prepared one side, we've got the other side here, and now we need some foam. So I'm just going to use these very thin strips of foam, and I'm going to put 3 layers around it. All that is done now. I've got 3 layers of foam on this, and then I've got like 4 layers onto these panels that are sticking out. And it's gonna go on top like that. Okay, so before that, we have to fill up our hourglass with all the rhinestones. So I've got these 2 rhinestones to go in there, and I think we'll use this one. And it should take its time to go in. Okay. Just ensure to put enough rhinestones in there, because when it flips, the rhinestone's going to stick to the foam, so it will reduce in the amount that will be flowing. So yeah, just ensure that you have enough in there. And once you are happy with all of that, you can put in your front border and then close the hourglass or whatever it is that you have. Now that that's done, I am going to go away and paste in all my mats and layers, and I'll see you after that. So that's all done. I finished my front, decorating my front, put in all the mats and layers and all the borders as well. So I do realize that I forgot to give you measurements for other strips that are required for this bottom bit here. So I said we need 3, but we need a little bit more. So we need 2 more here, which is 3/8 by just over 1 3/4. And then we've got 2 more here, which are 3/8 squared. And another one here, which will be the same size as that, but cut to your own preference. So you don't have to follow my guideline in terms of these. You can do your own. But if you do, then I will have my Facebook post, which will include all the measurements. So yeah, sorry about that. I totally forgot to give you measurements for those. So overall, I am quite pleased with this. The only thing is that I think I should have made my opening a little bit wider inside the hourglass, because the rhinestones get stuck sometimes and they don't flow properly. But overall, it's okay. So yeah, just bear in mind when you're doing yours, and if you are doing an hourglass, then the opening should be big enough for it to flow through endlessly. And also bear in mind that the rhinestones get stuck to the sides of the foam. So yeah, that also restricts it from flowing through. But yeah, it flows through in there. So yeah, so got 2 cards here, similar concept, but kind of different. And I quite like both of them. So please do let me know if you liked this card, and do let me know if you do end up recreating it. So hit the like button if you like this video, and do subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more of my designs. Until next time, bye.